107.5 The Game Podcasting is sponsored by Modern Exterminating, a family-oriented company. Professional, honest, and dependable pest control solutions. We're your one-stop shop for all pests.
Joining us now, not only is Tyler Head, but is the one and only, the new face of South Carolina football, LaNorris Sellers. Mr. Sellers, Mr. Head, welcome to the program. Hope y'all are doing well.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Hope you are well as well.
How's it going today, man?
Good.
Doing well. How's obviously a lot, very busy, very exciting to be around here at media days. Your first trip here. What's the morning been like for you so far?
It's been interesting. I've seen a lot of stuff, met a lot of people, seen a lot of people from TV and stuff, shaking hands with a lot of people. So I mean, it's a fun experience.
Yeah, very cool.
Let's cut up with you for a few minutes here as I'm actually sitting here in the studio. I'm looking up and you're talking earlier to somebody. Let's start with the suit. Very nice, very calm, very almost similar to maybe a buddy of yours, Colin Murray Boyles, who a couple weeks ago in the draft was very professional. It appears to be on television a black suit with maybe a pastel garnet tie.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, give us a little breakdown on that. Did you choose that? Does the university hand it to? Does mom come up and make some recommendations? How do we arrive at this what is it? What do you kids call it? The drip these days?
Yeah. So I had a couple in my closet, but I knew what tie I wanted. I wanted a tie that was kind of like this design, but Gamecock colors. And I mean, it was kind of rough to find it. But then I found one in Florence at Butler's, which is Mark Butler's store in Florence. He's a suit store in Florence. And then it was like I had ultimately came between a gray suit and a black suit. And then the black goes with everything. It's Gamecock colors. So it's went hand in hand.
That is a very good look for you. All right, let's move to another question for you. You're not much of a talker. You probably don't listen to us. We tend to kind of make fun of you around here sometimes because most of your clips are 12 to 18 seconds. I think a couple of weeks ago we had 8 clips from you and they didn't even total a minute. So as I look up, they're showing your highlights. You have big play. You get very animated. So when you're playing video, when you're playing the college football game with the guys back in the dorm, give me some good LaNorris Sellers trash talker. Do you just make a play and look at them?
It really just depends if you're playing online or if it's like in the moment, if it's a close game or whatever. Like you talk a little trash, obviously it comes out then. But then it's back to focus real quick because then they'll probably end up doing something good or I'll do something stupid, getting too cocky.
Go ahead, Tyler. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, I do have to ask, obviously, you're garnering a lot more attention this year, given how you played last year. We see you on Heisman list and all those kind of things projected as a high pick in the NFL draft. How do you compartmentalize that? And I know you guys talk about blocking it out, but you can't ignore when people are talking about you at the same time. What's that kind of challenge like for you of balancing all that as you go into this season?
Really just taking it day by day. Like it's a lot of talk. People just in my ear left and right, just saying stuff, expectations, proud of me, stuff like that. So it's kind of like just taking it day by day, not getting ahead of myself, not thinking too far in the future, but not also thinking in the past either.
And I know you're probably not going to remember this. Last time I saw you was at Darlington in spring of last year when you were hanging out in the pits before the race. And I went up, we talked, we took a picture and everything, but there was nobody paying you any attention. And again, you're taller than everybody else, to stick out like a sore pink thumb, but nobody really knew who you were. And I imagine now that's a whole lot different. You can't really go anywhere, especially in Columbia, without getting noticed. I mean, what's it like kind of living this almost celebrity-esque type of life now as you go through your next couple years of college here?
Yeah, people recognize me, stuff like that. And it's just pretty much like everywhere I go. So, I mean, I'm not really like I try to give people time of day when I see them because It's kind of like that can make a big difference in somebody else's life. Like what's nothing to me might mean everything to them. So it's kind of like you want to give everybody the time of day. You never know what they're going through and stuff. So smile, shake their hand, take a picture. It'll take 30 seconds. So
by the way, Brad Keselowski hasn't won since you were there before him that day. He might want you back on his pit box.
Okay. Oh yeah. Definitely. I'll definitely do it. That was fun. I had a good time.
Gamecock quarterback LaNorris Sellers right now joining Tyler in Atlanta, joining us. What has it been like for you? Because you obviously committed to Shane Beamer, but when you committed, Marcus Satterfield was the offense coordinator. You never got to play for him. 2 years with Dow Loggins. What has the transition been like now for you with Coach Shula going back to last December, going through the bowl game, going through the spring, and now where you're at today?
Yeah, it was super smooth. Like I knew Shula already, so it wasn't like we could start from square zero, like relationship-wise, but it's more of just like him asking me like what I'm seeing, him telling me what I'm seeing, and then we're just compromising and coming up with a solution to whatever problems we had. Or if we want a new player or something, just ask me what I think, play names, what to call different plays, what I'm seeing, what he's seeing. So
And how beneficial for you, and this goes for Dow Loggins as well, because he was at Arkansas, how beneficial is it for you to have two quarterbacks that not only, or offensive coordinators that not only played the position, but played the position within this conference, kind of understand the grind and what you have to deal with when you're playing against high-level competition like you do week in and week out?
Yeah, they understand everything that goes into it because, like you said, they've experienced it. And then, like, even with them being in NFL, they've talked to and coached like different guys, different personalities, and who take coaching different ways and stuff like that. So them being able to adjust just makes it easier for us to be able to talk and communicate.
I want to go back to the Shula thing there and what you talked about. What was his role with you last year in terms of being on the sideline with you, or maybe talking between plays, and how that transitions to y'all's communication not being much different this year?
So he was on the field with me last year. So he has like game, like raw footage pretty much of me if I was super like into the game or emotional or anything like that. So, I mean, he pretty much knows me pretty well. And then it's like, hey, so hey, like, what are you seeing? And he just gives me like a call sheet. He's like, what do you think would be good plays, or what do you like right here? And D'Lo just talked to him. He's like, hey, tell him everything about doing this. And then if I need to tell D'Lo something, he'll be the one to get me in contact with D'Lo and all that. So.
Now, is he going to be on the field again this year, or is he going to be up in the press box calling plays?
I ask him that all the time. He tells me to wait until August 31st every time I ask him. So
now,
he's just going to surprise you? You're just going to be standing there? He's going to come up, tap you on your shoulder? Hey, I'm here.
We will see.
Now, would you prefer him to be down at field level again?
Yeah, I prefer him to be back on the field just because that's what we did last year too. So, but if he needs to see something, he probably need to be in the press box. But
yeah, because that's the trade-off.
Yeah.
Just a few minutes left with LaNorris Sellers. So your brother enters the program now. What is the role of being big brother and the role of being teammate? Do you put him in a headlock if he drops a pass? Do you encourage him as a teammate, or do you treat him maybe like you did a few years ago when y'all were living under your parents' roof?
When we're on the field, like actually doing football stuff, I'm treating him more like a teammate, just letting him figure out his ways. Same thing if we are lifting weights or anything, just treating him like a teammate. If he's struggling, I'm not gonna go and like pick it up for him and like do it for him, but I'll be there supporting him. But once we get home or off the field or anything like that, it's kind of like, dude, like what were you even thinking right there? Like,
well, not to mention he's exposing your secrets about being afraid of thunder. Well, what's up with that?
That was more like when I was younger. I wasn't scared of thunder. I didn't like thunder and lightning, but my thing, what I actually feared was tornadoes. But every time it was thunderstorm, we'd get the tornado watch or warning, that thing. So it's kind of like,
what that's scary. I get it.
Yeah, and then it's like it's silent, and you just hear like that.
Okay.
It's kind of like, oh gosh, what's going to happen now? He'd be like, dude, are you serious? Like, come on, bro. And I'd be like, all right, the tornado come and then they will suck the house up. Then what?
Now, are you afraid when visiting somebody else's venue this year they might break out some of those sounds to kind of throw you off or something?
No, I'm not afraid of it no more. It's kind of like I know what it is now.
Well, I know you're not afraid of now, but you think they might try it? Like, hey, maybe this will get in his head.
Just depending on the fans and then the students, it's going. We'll see.
See, you have to win a game in like a lightning storm to get this to go away completely. They'd be like, "Guy, he's not afraid of it anymore."
No. Don't play a game in a lightning storm. You got a career.
Well, maybe not maybe at least in like a downpour. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like safe for everybody to be there. You know what I mean? Get that out of the way. Say he's not afraid anymore.
Let's get. I want to get a very serious question in. All right, which uniform? Let's get to put it out. Which uniform combination is for South Carolina is LaNorris Sellers' favorite?
Depends on the time of the game. At night, it's all black, but I like the all white as well with the white face mask.
That was a good one. All right, let's take you back. Clemson run last year. The Clemson run to wins the game. Walk Tyler and I through what you saw, how you remember that play.
I remember it being man coverage, and then they had a QB spot. I saw the QB spot, and then he dropped out. Then once I stepped up from the wide rushers, I stepped up again, and I looked down, and it was just green grass. So then I took it and ran, and then I seen the QB spot, but then offensive line blocked him, pushed him, and then he dove on my left side. So I saw him fall, and then on my right peripheral, I saw another player who probably would have tackled me fall because the dude who dived at me hit his leg and he fell. And then I saw a couple more clips in the finish, and I saw our guys block him, then I saw the end zone. So
in that comment, you said I saw a lot, and I know we made a big deal of it. I don't know if you laughed in the dorm or you laughed. Was there a difference in wearing the goggles against the contacts? I mean, was that you again right there? You just said I saw. Was there a difference for you?
Yeah. I mean, you can definitely tell. It was kind of like more like because the goggles is kind of like if the sun was beaming on them, it was kind of like the goggles gave a shade to my eyes. But then with the contact, it was just kind of like you could see all the sunlight. It was super. Everything was like super bright, and you could just like see more, but not like see more. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Do you have a preferred name for that play against Clemson? We call it 3rd and Sellers because it was 3rd and 16, which of course is jersey number. Do you have a preference for what people call it?
Nah, I like what you just said. Just like, I mean, everybody thinks that the Clemson game is just 3rd and 16. I like that too. So
yeah, I mean, it's just perfect, right?
Right after this interview ends, you better be on your phone with the NIL agent or who. They better TM that trademark that shirt real quick.
We just require 10% of the cut. That's all.
Yeah,
I got y'all.
We're poor radio people. Real quick, toughest player to play against in EA Sports college football for you on your team?
Toughest player to play against on my team?
Yeah.
Dylan Stewart and Brian Thomas once their like highlight factor thing comes on. So once they get like a sack or something, it's kind of like you actually can't block them.
Really?
Even if you double them, they split the double team and all that. So.
Oh, it translates to real life. Quickly before we let you go here, one game. I know they're all important, obviously, and you get 48 days until Virginia Tech, but one game or a couple games that you're kind of focusing on or circling more than maybe some of the others on the schedule.
Let's see. I mean, obviously looking forward to the first game just because the first game. I mean, Clemson's another big one in the state, but like you said, all of them are super important. We go to LSU, which is a nice stadium, I heard.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, probably not a nice stadium for us to play in, but it's a fun environment. That makes sense. So, but all those away teams, I just want to see all the SEC stadiums, really.
Quickly, Diego Pavia said he had the South Carolina game circled when they're coming to Willie B in week number 3. What's your thoughts on that matchup?
I mean, they're a good team. Jumped onto the show last year, really just show that their team, they're competing. So, I mean, it's always a good environment with them, and then they'll come to Willie B, which is another good environment, hard place to play as well. So it'll be a fun game.
Before last final question for you, I know you got to go. How is LaNorris Sellers different in August than LaNorris Sellers was last August getting ready for his first start?
I'll say I'm just a little bit more confident. Just having a little bit more fun, not super focused on being perfect and all that, not afraid to make mistakes. So,
Tyler, I think we got multiple comments that were longer than 30 seconds. I text Tyler and Terry right there next to you. I said, I want Sellers today because my goal is to get a comment longer than 30 seconds, and we did it.